Hello, hello, hello. Melissa May Dillon, live here on my personal page on Facebook, and then we upload it to my YouTube channel at Melissa May Dillon, which is the best place for replays. If you're on the YouTube channel, please make sure to subscribe, and whether you are on Facebook or on YouTube, please drop a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are or what you're thinking or what's going on. I'd love to be able to hear from you. So I must confess, it is 2025, the year in which I go live, and I have not gone live in the last few days. But I am not beating myself up about it, and I chose not to stress myself. So if you notice, my background is completely different from any live that I have done. I am actually not at home. I am in another state helping a friend recovering from surgery, and she has a younger daughter. I have my baby, and between the surgery and the recovery and the two children, my day from minute to minute has been completely filled up. And even if the baby is playing, if I were to start going live or turn on my phone, she would immediately come over. She'd be crawling all over me. It'd be really hard to talk. And so I was just like, I'm not. And honestly, there was a little bit of a period where it was a little bit stressful with the surgery. And then we thought we had a complication. We had to go back to the hospital. And it didn't even cross my mind because we had so much going on in the day-to-day that I was just like, I didn't even think about it. And then there was one night where I was in bed and I was like, I have not gone live. But I am not stressing because the whole point of doing this is, one, to connect more with people and help grow my abilities and speaking and sharing with people. And like I want to do that from a space of want and not stress. I want to go live every single day. I want to do this. But when there's friends and family and life that's just far more important and needs to be taken care of, I'm gonna put that first. Because anything that I do, anything that I teach people, I always want to center family first. And so right now I'm taking care of the family friend. It's so weird. She's been my best friend since 8th grade. Her brother married my sister. We're like family. We share nieces and nephews together. But so anyway, I've not gone live. I think I've missed 3 days at this point. I know I went live on Friday, so Saturday, Sunday, but I may have missed it on Thursday, maybe. I don't remember. Thursday was the day of travel, so it was a little bit crazy. So that's my first confession, is it's 2025, the year in which I go live, and I missed a few lives, but it is what it is. However, I am about to go live like crazy, so this is my next confession. So if you guys are familiar with Victor Odo or Aaron Doughty, these are two very big YouTubers in the spiritual community, and I actually started watching them, and I joined a program that they had, and this is kind of what launched me to becoming the insurance exam queen. So back when I was still at my corporate job, they had released a program about living your full-time purpose. So doing what you want to do, what you're passionate about as your full-time income. And I purchased their course in September of 2021. And it was and then that group led to every other magical thing that happened in my life. So I met a woman in that group, Kayla, and she invited me to go to Belize. It was the first time I traveled out of the country, on my own, met a stranger from the internet, and had some of the best, most wildest experiences of my life. And it was in Belize that I anchored in this brave new Melissa, brave new Melissa, brave new Melissa. I kept repeating that over and over with all the things that I did that brought me anxiety. Swimming with the sharks, the snorkeling, the swimming in the caves, the kayaking, all the things, driving in the city where it was not the American rules of driving. And I came back from that trip a whole new person. And I met her from the group that I was in with Victor and Aaron. And then and then there was also another woman that I connected with in that group that I went to her page, and it led me down the rabbit trail into Alpha Femme group, which is Melanie Ann Layer's group. So if you follow my lives, I talk about Melanie Ann Layer almost every single live. Here we are again, talking about Melanie Ann Layer. So she's a woman who was homeless in her car in 2016, figured out how to fall in love with her life, started helping other people fall in love with their life, and has since built, an $80 million, $90 million brand. She's going to cross $100 million this year. It's awesome. And I learned so much from her. And all of this stemmed from joining Aaron Doughty and Victor Odo's group program. And every year, since I've built my business, so since then, when I made the commitment that I wanted to be able to live my full-time purpose, that's what they were wanting to help people with, helping people become entrepreneurs, escape the matrix. And I was able to do that, right? So I built the wildly successful business. I have the YouTube channel that's, making $8,000 a month. My business, which I sell courses, people come from the YouTube channel, purchase courses from my website, which leads to $100,000+ a month. And so I've certainly made my passion my full-time purpose, and it stemmed initially from joining Aaron Dowdy and Victor Odo. And so every year, that they share this with people, I've joined in to let other people know the success that I've had from this program. And so this year I actually get to participate, and I get to be one of the speakers. So next week I will be going live like multiple times a day, sharing with people about their, how to live your full-time purpose and your passion, and helping people heal their money. So what's really cool is that Victor and Aaron, they've created like a video course that you can go through, and I put 2 videos in there. So they specifically wanted me to talk about money, because I've, I don't want to say I've got this money thing on lock. I'm still learning and growing, but I've gotten to, being able to make 6 figures in a month. That's pretty decent, right? So they wanted me to talk about money, and I created 2 video lessons that they put inside the course, and that went along with 2 meditations. And so people have been watching those, and we've had such amazing feedback. There's been multiple posts about people healing their relationship with money, realizing that they've had a pretty nasty, awful relationship with money, and that they want a wildly different one now that they've heard that that's an option. So it's super exciting that people are watching these videos and making, a big change within their relationship with money and healing it. So even though I haven't gone live in the last few days, I feel like because I made those videos that are being watched by, up to 30,000 people, that it's kind of okay that I haven't gone live in the last few days. And it's also been super magical to receive so much feedback from people that the way in which I've talked about money, they said, anytime I've listened to another person talk about business and money, it just doesn't hit, it doesn't land right. But everything you said was just like spot on. And to be able to have people, share their personal reflections and their healing that they're receiving through my teachings on money and the meditations that I have has just been so wildly epic. And so even though I've missed a few lives this year, helping out my friend with her surgery, I'm in a whole other place. I'm taking care of 2 kids right now, 3 kids really, if you consider her after her surgery. She can't really lift her arms very much, and so I'm kind of really doing everything around the house and taking care of the 2 kids. And I've missed a few lives. But next week I am going to be going live multiple times in front of thousands of people to help them, connect with their full-time purpose, heal their relationships with money. And I'm super, super excited for that. And so I'm going to be super busy next week. It's like as soon as I get home on Sunday, we start Monday. And it's just going to be awesome and amazing. And I'm super excited to be a part of this program at a whole new level before, and to be able to lead people into the same full-time purpose that I took. If I can bring in, people along on my journey, this is one of the reasons why I go live. I want to bring you on my journey. Journey of, I was a corporate worker making $60,000 a year. Now I make $60,000, and I think we're almost to 60,000. Yeah, I just took a screenshot the other night. We're at 66,000 for the month of March. And what is it, like the 17th? What is today? Today is the 18th, right? So I just made 66,000 in 18 days, right? Where I used to make that in an entire year. And I've been able to, live my full-time purpose. I'm helping other people, I've been able to give jobs to other people, and they're able to invest more time into their purpose and their passions. And so if I can share my journey and share my story and share advice and wisdom that people can take to be able to do that on their own, how freaking amazing is that? And so I will be doing that all next week with Victor and Aaron, and I'm super excited to be able to do that. I'm so honored to be in this place where I can share how they've impacted my life and how I'm, what it's done for me, and to be able to share my wisdom and my knowledge with other people. Super exciting. So I'm going to go enjoy some lunch. I got the baby down for a nap. I will try to go live. I think we've kind of settled, she's recovering pretty well. We've gotten to a good routine, and we're back in school. There was a little bit of chaos this past weekend with, again, the surgery, and then also her daughter was in plays, and she had to get to plays, and so we had a lot of stuff happening. But I think I'm really gonna try to go live the rest of this week, but I will not be beating myself up for it. I've got those videos out there in Victor and Aaron's course that I feel like is making a huge impact. Somebody even made a meme about how their relationship has changed with money since listening to my videos and listening to the meditations, which I think is super cool. And I will be going live so much next week. I will definitely be making up for it because I'll be going live like up to 4 hours next week, each day that I don't even know the days that I know the days, but I don't know the days off the top of my head, that I'll be going live in front of thousands of people to help them tap into their full-time purpose and their full-time passion. So anyway, I love you all. I've missed you all. Have an amazing day. See you later. Bye.